Hello, hello, hello. I think I've said it before, but I find the intros probably the most awkward part of filming. Once I've started my video and I'm already filming and stuff, I feel fine, but it's like, oh, what do I say at the beginning? Good morning. This vlog is going to be kind of a 3-month update of me going off the birth control pill. I've had so many questions since my first video and a lot of you guys wanting updates and just to know more about my experience. Hopefully this video answers some of your questions. Next week I'm starting my 4th period since being off the pill. And I think I should just say first, if anyone is uncomfortable hearing about periods or birth control and that sort of thing, I'm gonna be talking a lot about it. So maybe watch another video, come back next week. I'm gonna make some breakfast first though. I'm going to make just my classic egg white scramble. The past couple days, I've had the biggest spot on my chin. It was probably the biggest spot I've ever had, like just waiting to be popped. Gabe kept saying, are you sure you don't want me to pop it? Like, just let me pop it, I can do it. And I'm like, no, I'm not much of a popper. I usually just let it exist and then let it go away after a few days. It's right on schedule for my period that's coming next week. So I put a zit sticker. I'm pretty sure that that's the actual brand name. When I took the sticker off this morning, it had just fully popped overnight and taken a layer of skin off. It was definitely ready to come off. Alright, I'm going to be doing a stereo with Gabriel in 8 minutes. Basically, we're just doing kind of like a live podcast together. So Gabe is currently working at a cafe, but you do it all through the app. We're doing like a husband and wife relationship Q&A, so it should be fun. It's time for the stereo. I'm just waiting for Gabe to like call me into it, and he's calling.
Oh, hello.
Woohoo!
Hello.
Alright, stereo is done. That was actually a lot of fun. We talked for nearly an hour and there was a bunch of you guys listening. So yeah, it's basically like you're listening to a live podcast, but as someone who's listening, you can submit voice notes as questions, which is so cool. And I found it actually really personal because you're hearing someone's voice. It's quite a bit different when you're doing an IG live or something. You're kind of just seeing comments come through. So I partnered up with Stereo to do a couple shows and it's been so much fun so far. This is what the app looks like. Basically you have an avatar and you can see its mouth is moving. That one was obviously with Gabe, and I did one yesterday with my best friend, which was so much fun. I'll insert a little clip of our live so you can kind of see how it works.
Oh, water break.
Let's take it.
Everyone who's listening, let's all take...
Hydrate before you dihydrate, please. Thank you.
There you go.
Oh, that was nice.
Some ASMR.
So
Do you know what ASMR? Oh, no.
No? What is that from?
You don't... ASMR? Do you know what that is?
AM... What?
I don't know if you would like it, but it's basically people whispering and different... You know, it's like... Shh. I'm going to tell a story now. And...
What? Have I been living under a rock or something? What is that?
It's okay, you were on the Disney cruise.
Okay, yeah. We don't hear about much when we're on the ship.
So I'm going to be doing my next stereo tomorrow. I'm pretty sure when this is uploaded. So it's Sunday, March 14th. I'm going to be doing it at 5 p.m. with my best friend Jess. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you don't have the app already, you can use my link down below. It'll take you straight to download the app and take you to my profile. It's been a lot of fun so far. I've really been enjoying it. So yeah, thank you Stereo for partnering up with me. So now that is over, I can get right into my birth control stuff. So if you watched my first birth control video where I kind of explained why I was going off, I did mention that I wanted to get my hormones tested. Gabe and I both got our hormones tested. We got our results back. It was so interesting. It was very insightful to go into depth about all of the different levels of stuff in my body. The doctor talked me through everything that I was lacking in my body and different supplements I could be taking for that. We worked with Care of Vitamins recently. Basically, you like take a quiz and it gives you their recommendation of the vitamins that you should take. I told my doctor all of the vitamins that I was taking, and according to my hormone... Are you okay? Do you need to go outside? Okay. Milo is really good about telling us when he needs to go out, so he kind of just popped his head around the corner then and was just like... And I knew that, yep, he's going. I knew that that meant he had to go out. He's really good about like signaling with us when he needs to go out. Anyway, so I chatted to my doctor about everything that I was taking, and according to my hormone test results, all of this was completely accurate that I needed to be taking. She just added a couple more things. I need to check the email, but I'm pretty sure it was for my progesterone. My doctor said to give it a couple more months and that my body is most likely getting the birth control still out of my system. So I'm gonna take these, bottoms up. I'm not the best at taking pills. I've definitely gotten better, especially with taking vitamins. You get much more used to it. Alrighty, here we go. Here is a notebook that I wrote a very long journal entry down, and I'm gonna go through it with you. This is honestly pretty vulnerable for me to do, just opening up and reading what was going on in my life back then, but I've had so many girls ask me ever since I made that video just a lot of what I'm going to talk about in here. So I started writing this November 23rd when I was researching a lot about going off the pill. So I'm just going to start reading it. I might cut out some unnecessary bits, but I'm going to read the whole thing. I've been reading the book Beyond the Pill as the start of my birth control journey, and it's taught me a lot so far. This journal is something I've chosen to pick up as one of the stress relievers Dr. Brighton recommended. I also thought it would be a good way to track this birth control journey I'm about to embark on. Hopefully it helps someone. YouTube, a friend, my future daughter even. I'm nervous, excited, and anxious to start this journey. I truly believe it's overdue and something God has wanted me to do for a while. I'm grateful that he's a God who is patient and never gives up. All right, here we go. Let's break up with birth control. I officially took my last birth control pill on Saturday, November 21st, and that's pretty scary to think about. I've been so dependent on this nutrient depleting fake hormone for 4 years, and I truly don't know what's going to be on the other side of it. Acne, weight loss, pregnancy. First, let me start by telling you how I felt in my body while on birth control and the things I'm wanting to change. Here we go. I'm just going to jump right in with TMI. First, low libido. I'm so surprised by this one, but it seemed to slowly get worse. I even wrote in here, I feel like this is one of the least talked about. I mean, who wants to admit that? But one of the most common side effects from taking the pill. And I think that's really true. One of the main side effects for taking birth control, I hear it from everyone, is a depleted or destroyed libido. When I started noticing some things change and mine was depleting a little bit, I was like, okay, ooh, Gabriel is FaceTiming me. Say hi.
Oh, what's up, guys?
When I started to notice that my libido was depleting a little bit, that's when I was like, okay, this hormone that I'm taking should not be doing this to my body. I know that's a really common thing on the pill, so I don't want you to feel embarrassed about it. I've talked to so many friends who've gone through the exact same thing. I also watched a lot of YouTube videos of girls talking about their experience, and that was like the main thing that I heard. You're not alone if you're going through that. I thought I'd continue the list of things that I've noticed while being on the pill the last 4 years. So this was just a list that I had made of different things that have happened in my body that I've noticed the past 4 years. Not all of this is going to be fully related to my birth control, but I've talked to doctors about all of this, and they've kind of connected most of it to being like, well, this happens on the pill, which can cause this. And so, yeah, I just wanted to write everything down. I'll just summarize it. This isn't one that, you know, is a main worry for me or anything, but after having a few body scans done the last couple of years while being on birth control / the last 4 years, my body fat percentage has increased. That is also a pretty popular thing that can happen because birth control can increase your appetite, is what I've been told. Yeah, I don't really know too much about that one, but I was just talking to doctors about, I feel like something in my hormones somewhere has stopped me from being able to lose the body fat. For the most part, I work out pretty consistently. I eat pretty clean, but then I go get my body scan and my body fat percentage has increased. The next one was rosacea. I noticed the past couple years, my redness in my face was just getting worse and worse. And so I cover it with tinted moisturizer and it's fine. For a while, my rosacea was getting pretty bad. I was trying to figure out if it was something I was eating that I was reacting to, or if it was my skincare products. My skin has improved a lot since going off the pill. The two things that have definitely helped were one, my Function of Beauty skincare that I use. It's been the best for my skin. It's customized skincare, and the goals that I made on the quiz on Function of Beauty were for my redness and for soothing and calming and that sort of thing. So when I started using their products consistently, I noticed a change in my redness. It got a lot better. And then I think since going off the pill, it's just been getting better and better and better. So I don't know if that was linked to the pill, but I have definitely seen improvement since going off the pill. Next one is tender breasts. Oh my gosh, this is TMI as well, but I just used to have the sorest. I was sore literally all the time. And it's normal to get sore around your period and stuff like that, but it was like 24/7, no matter what time of the month it was, I was really sore. That was definitely one of the main symptoms that I experienced. Ovarian cysts. A few years ago, I fell on the ground in pain. I had a stabbing pain. It was one of the most painful things I've ever experienced, and I rushed to urgent care. I ended up getting an ultrasound on my ovaries, and it showed that I had ovarian cysts. I think what happened is that one of my ovarian cysts bursted, and that was the pain that I was feeling, which it was so painful. But doctors have told me that birth control is actually meant to help with ovarian cysts, and I think that's true because since going off the pill, I have had some really bad stabbing pains. My guess is that it's an ovarian cyst. I have had them much more often, and I do want to get an ultrasound on that. I haven't had any as bad as the first one that I had a few years ago. Next one I wrote was irregular periods, which I may have mentioned in my first video, but my period was all over the place on the pill. I would sometimes not get it 1 month. Sometimes I got it twice in 1 month, and it just wasn't consistent on where it should be in the pill packet. And it's so crazy. My period is perfectly on time off the pill. It's incredible. I know exactly when it's coming. I mean, my spot, like I know I'm getting my period next week. I have 2 period apps that I log the days of my period and different symptoms I'm feeling. And so far the past couple months, it's been exactly on time. When it says like your period is due in 1 day, I get it that day. So that's been incredible. I was really nervous that I wasn't going to get my period back for a while since it was so irregular and because I was on the pill for a long period of time. And then the last 2 things I have is dry skin / sensitive skin and headaches. So that was the main gist of my journal entry. I just wanted to write everything down. I hope that helps you guys because on my text number, I chat with you guys all the time on there. I was getting a lot of text messages on there about like what specific symptoms I was feeling and what I was struggling with. And so I wanted to go into more depth. I remember when I was trying to go off and I just felt like I was trying to get information from everywhere, and I didn't want to feel alone with how I was feeling and the symptoms that I was going through. I just wanted someone to say like, I'm going through that too. Milo and I are just chilling on the couch right now. So I thought I would first talk about my skin. I did mention before that my skin, my redness has gotten a lot better. It's not fully 100% or anything, but one thing that I was nervous about going off the pill that I was just gonna get a bunch of acne and break out everywhere. I've heard that from quite a few people that they go off the pill and then they break out really badly. I would say the past couple months my skin was healing and detoxing from the pill. I had broken out a lot more than I usually would. So I broke out a bunch on my chin, which is usually where I get my hormonal breakouts, hence this one. And then I also broke out a bunch around my nose. I found that these ones took a while to go away, and yeah, once one went away, another would come. So it wasn't too bad, and it was just in those 2 areas, but that's what happened with my skin. But all of those breakouts have gone away now, and now I just have this pre-period one. When I went off the pill, this was mentioned in the book that I read. She just recommended for the first 30 days of you going off the pill to eat really good, healthy whole foods. And so her recommendation was no caffeine, no alcohol, no gluten, no dairy, no refined sugar, that sort of thing. That's pretty much how I eat anyway. I don't eat gluten and I don't eat refined sugar. I don't drink alcohol and I don't really drink caffeine. So I just got non-decaffeinated green tea for those 30 days. But that's meant to help with the post-birth control side effects and symptoms that you can get, like acne and stuff like that. Another thing I implemented was just working out. That was another thing that I read from the book, especially for the first 30 days of going off the pill. You just want to be sweating a bunch. If you're on the pill and the pill works great for you, I'm not trying to convince you otherwise. Obviously, everyone is different. Probably with that blonde girl who always made me doubt. She's so much older than me. Everything I'm insecure about. Today I drove through the suburbs. How could I ever love someone else? For we trust in our God, and through His unfailing love, we will not be shaken. We will not be shaken. We will not be shaken. Oh, oh. No higher name we can call, for Jesus is greater. We can do all things, for we trust in our God, and through His unfailing love, we will not be shaken.